What if you were born in New Zealand? What would dictate your fate in the isolated land of the long white cloud? Here are 3 jaw-dropping facts about your potential life down under. First, buying a basic house in a major city will completely drain your wallet, costing an average of 1 million New Zealand dollars, which is roughly 600,000 US dollars. Second, you will share your country with 26 million sheep, meaning there are 5 woolly friends for every single human. Third, despite the isolation, your minimum wage will be one of the highest on the entire planet. This is New Zealand. This video is part of a series where we live a complete life from birth to death in different countries around the globe. Will you ever be able to afford your own home, or will you rent forever? How do local couples navigate the incredibly casual dating scene? Is higher education a ticket to wealth or a lifelong debt trap? And what happens when a rural boy and a big city girl face the real world? You will find out the answers to all these questions in just a few minutes. New Zealand is an incredibly isolated island nation nestled deep in the southwestern Pacific Ocean. The population is remarkably small, sitting at roughly 5.2 million people spread across 268,000 square kilometers of stunning natural landscapes. Your chance of being born here is a tiny 0.06%. This country sits perfectly on the Pacific Ring of Fire, meaning earthquakes are a totally normal part of daily life. Nature is the ultimate boss here, offering massive glaciers, explosive volcanoes, and lush rainforests. You will never be more than 120 kilometers from the roaring ocean. And now, we return to our heroes with such different fates. Let us live through the eyes of 2 average kids with totally unpredictable futures. Meet Liam and Chloe. Liam is a boy born in the deep rural south, near the small farming town of Gore. His parents are hard-working dairy farm workers living in a modest, drafty wooden farmhouse. Chloe is a girl born right in the bustling heart of Auckland, the largest city in the country. Her parents are mid-level corporate managers living in a cramped but heavily mortgaged city apartment. Both families represent the typical middle-class struggle of their respective environments. Liam and Chloe both start attending early childhood education when they are about 3 years old. The government offers 20 free hours of early childhood education per week, but anything beyond that is brutally expensive. Chloe's parents in Auckland pay roughly 300 New Zealand dollars a week, which is about 180 US dollars, just to keep her in a private city daycare while they grind at the office. Meanwhile, Liam attends a local rural kindy. He spends his days feeding chickens, digging in the mud, and playing in the rain. Status does not matter much here. Physical toughness and outdoor play are deeply valued from the moment they learn to walk. Unlike most of the world, Kiwi kids do not wait for a specific month to start school. They walk through the school gates on the exact day of their 5th birthday. Here's a super unique fact. In summer, many kids go to school completely barefoot. Yes, walking on hot asphalt with no shoes is totally normal. Would you let your kids go barefoot everywhere? Let me know in the comments. Both Liam and Chloe attend public state schools. Private schools exist, but they cost around 25,000 New Zealand dollars a year, which equates to 15,000 US dollars. So our average families stick to the public system. The public system requires parents to buy uniforms and pay voluntary donations amounting to around 600 New Zealand dollars, or 350 US dollars annually. The school day runs from 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. After school, Liam plays rugby in the freezing mud, while Chloe takes swimming and netball lessons. In high school, they face the NCEA exams. Now, to be clear, the NCEA system is heavily based on continuous internal assessments rather than just one massive final test. This heavily reduces exam anxiety, but means students must constantly submit essays and projects all year long. You will be relieved to know that there is absolutely no mandatory military service in New Zealand. The armed forces are completely voluntary and highly professional. Both men and women have equal opportunities to join if they want, but neither Liam nor Chloe feel the military calling. They are looking directly at higher education instead. Getting into university in New Zealand is mostly about passing your NCEA high school credits. There is no high-pressure entrance exam. Chloe decides to stay in Auckland to study business. Liam moves to the South Island city of Dunedin to study agriculture at the famous University of Otago. To afford this, both students use the government student loan scheme. Here is a fantastic safety net. Student loans are interest-free as long as you stay in the country. However, surviving day-to-day is a nightmare. University tuition costs about 8,000 New Zealand dollars a year, which is basically 4,800 US dollars. But living costs are terrifying. Liam lives in a freezing, moldy student flat with 5 other guys, surviving on cheap noodles and instant coffee. Chloe lives at home, but still struggles to pay for transport and food. Many students work part-time in supermarkets or cafes just to keep their heads above water. Finding that first graduate job takes about 3 to 6 months. Liam easily secures a job as an agricultural consultant, while Chloe fights through brutal corporate interviews to land a marketing role. The standard work week is exactly 40 hours, and Kiwis highly protect their weekends. Starting salaries are around 60,000 New Zealand dollars, falling near 36,000 US dollars before tax. Now, let us talk about the housing nightmare. Chloe is paying a massive 400 New Zealand dollars or 240 US dollars every single week just for a single rented room in a flat share in Auckland. Liam rents a whole small house in the countryside for the exact same price. Half of their income goes strictly to rent, another huge chunk goes to overpriced groceries, and they are left trying to build savings with whatever tiny amount remains. Here is a quick reality check on the economic pressure. Young Kiwis often feel they can never buy a house unless they move to Australia for a better salary, testing their loyalty to their homeland. Could you survive giving half your paycheck to rent? Drop a comment below. Finding love here is notoriously casual. People mostly meet through dating apps, at local pubs, or through mutual friends at weekend barbecues. Kiwis absolutely hate arrogance. The dating scene is ruled by the tall poppy syndrome, meaning if you brag about your wealth, luxury cars, or status, you will be instantly rejected. Humor, being grounded, and having a good personality are the only currencies that matter. There are slightly more women than men in the country. Many couples live together for years in a de facto relationship without ever getting officially married, which gives them the exact same legal rights as marriage. When Chloe and her partner finally decide to marry, the average age is over 30. Buying a house is the ultimate relationship test. Couples combine their KiwiSaver retirement funds to scrape together a deposit. They usually decide to have 2 children. Paid parental leave lasts for 26 weeks, usually taken by the mother, but partners can share this time if they prefer to swap roles. At exactly 65 years old, both Liam and Chloe finally stop working. The best part of finishing your career here is the New Zealand superannuation. No matter how much money you made during your life, the government pays every single citizen a flat rate. A married couple receives about 800 New Zealand dollars a week, which translates to 480 US dollars. If they manage to pay off their mortgages, they live a very comfortable, relaxed life, tending to their gardens and drinking flat white coffees. Do you think a universal flat rate pension is fair? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. From running barefoot in a rural playground to battling the brutal city housing market and finally enjoying a peaceful, government-funded retirement by the beach. Which path would you choose? The quiet, muddy resilience of Liam or the fast-paced, expensive city grind of Chloe?